Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. It's Friday.
It is Friday. I'm a big fan of Friday. Coming up later in the program, guess who we have as a guest?
Who's that?
We have WWF, WWE, and WCW wrestling sensation Eugene. And for those of you who are wrestlers, you know who I'm talking about. He's been in the ring
Those
with
of you who
Hulk
are wrestlers?
Hogan, or wrestling fans.
We have a lot of wrestlers listening.
Wrestlers would know, too. But wrestling fans. No, I had a chance to meet up with Eugene in person, so I recorded this interview in advance, but we're going to be playing that back. It's really exciting. I'm excited for what he's up to these days, and it's really fun to chat with him. So that's coming up later in the program. And I had posted something on Facebook back when I had met with him, and I had several people that were asking, so when is this interview? So there are people excited about this. So Eugene, thank you for meeting with me. I got a quote for today from Tony Heisch. He says, 3 for me. The most fun is... What is this? 3 for me. I don't know what that is. The most fun is change or growth. There are definitely elements of both that I like. Launching a business... I think I might have deleted part of this. The most fun is change or grow. There are definitely elements of both that I like. Launching a business is kind of like a motorboat. You can go very quickly and turn fast. So there you go.
That was
I don't know.
Very inspirational.
The first part of that, I think
I will apply that to my daily life.
I'll put that on a pillow. Thanks for, the quote was great. I accidentally deleted part of it. I don't know what I did there. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
There are monthly subscriptions for razors and coffee and many other things, but this is the best monthly subscription ever. Ladies, listen up. Odiva has a monthly subscription for your monthly visitor. You know it's going to happen every month, and how many times have you been caught off guard? Odiva will send you a box discreetly each month with the products you want, with plans starting at less than $4 a month. Get a special offer right now at radiosavings.com, helping women prepare for their monthly visitor for less. Try it now at radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today,
I
John?
thought you'd never ask. It's Friday, March the 9th. Today is National Day of Unplugging. It's the second Friday in March. You're supposed to unplug today and not use technology. Well, if we do that right now, it's going to get awfully quiet around here. So I'll maybe do that when we're off the air. Also, it's National Barbie Day. I just saw one of the most disturbing Barbie images of my life. Somebody had lost the head off their Barbie, and they drew a face on the neck. That was really weird.
It was like
So
a
bizarre.
nightmare.
Yeah. National Crab Meat Day today, National Get Over It Day, and National Meatball Day. We had a story earlier this week where somebody went to jail
meatballs.
for stealing meatballs. Well, they should have done it today because it's National Meatball Day. But I'm not encouraging you to steal your neighbor's meatballs. Please don't do that. That's a bad idea. And you'll end up as our moment of dull like they were. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on this special Friday, the 9th day of March.
John and Heidi.
Sadly, more than 350 million people suffer from depression. Scientifically, your actual brain chemistry levels are affected. Now, a breakthrough, safe and natural, non-prescription coffee product has been shown to help. It elevates levels of dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins in the brain, which makes you happier. Just by drinking this special cup of coffee, many reported elevated mood, feeling more connected, having greater energy, clarity, and focus. Try it for yourself at firstcupisfree.com. Get a free sample at firstcupisfree.com.
John and Heidi.
Coming up, we've got your Brain on Drugs, but first, this honestly could have been our Brain on Drugs story. This was sent to me. Authorities say a man wanting to sell drugs got himself and 2 of his friends arrested accidentally by texting a police officer instead of the customer. This was in Sumter County. Deputies said the officer received a text at about 2 in the afternoon on Thursday offering to sell marijuana. Authorities say the deputy texted back with the car that he would be in, arranged the sale in less than about 3 hours. Deputies said in a statement they stopped by the drug dealer's car on the way to the sale. They found several bags of marijuana and some scales. They arrested 3 of 4 people in the car on marijuana charges. I wonder why the other person didn't get arrested. Maybe it was like
I don't know.
an Uber driver or something. What? I'm just driving these people. I don't know what you're talking about. So there you go. I've got a link to the story on our Facebook page, and we have your Brain on Drugs coming up.
John and Heidi.
Each day at this time, we talk about people doing dumb things under the influence, but addiction is no laughing matter. If you or someone you know needs help, there's a toll-free number you can call.
1-800-438-0380.
That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline.
1-800-438-0380.
And this is your Brain on Drugs. Kind of a bonus Brain on Drugs today, because we had another story. That could have been the story.
Okay.
But I had this one because I just have so many of these now. Justin Stammer, age 39, going to prison for 4 years because he broadcast a false man overboard distress signal.
Oh, no.
The U.S. Coast Guard responded in full force. They got there and they just found that he was drunk and he ran his boat out of gas.
Oh, no.
He needed to be rescued. Instead of saying, hey, I ran out of gas, he said, man overboard, because he figured they'd get there quicker.
Oh, my God.
Coast Guard sent a 45-foot rescue boat, an 87-foot cutter, and a rescue helicopter into the darkness of night, searching for this endangered boater who didn't exist. A jury convicted him last year in U.S. District Court of making a false distress call, threatening a Coast Guardsman who came to help. Last week, a judge sentenced him to more than 4 years in federal prison.
Whoa.
Ordered him to pay $56,704 in restitution. So that's not a good plan. And he did that while he was drunk. So don't do that, or you might end up in this segment called Your Brain on Drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, Joaquin Phoenix told The Telegraph that he does not want anyone to see his movies anymore. Well, Joaquin, I think you're doing a good job.
Making movies.
You're doing a good job. People aren't going to see your movies. I wonder why. What's going on there?
I have no idea. That is extremely, extremely bizarre.
So
maybe he thinks it's like child psychology,
Yeah,
like
if you don't-
reverse psychology.
I don't want you-
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't go see my movie.
Yeah. Hey, don't listen to our station. No, okay, yeah. keep listening. Keep listening. Harvey Weinstein back in the news. Now, I got to say, we've gone a month and a half without even mentioning his name on this program because it was the only thing that was in the news for a long time. Like every day he was in the news. The reason he's in the news again today is because this is just bizarre. Harvey Weinstein told lawyers, his lawyer, let me try that again. His lawyer told reporters, I don't know what I'm
You're
saying.
ready for the weekend.
Yes, I am. Harvey's lawyer told reporters there is a big difference between a woman having, we'll just say relations, to boost her movie career and a woman flat out being raped. They're saying
That's true.
Two completely different things.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
And so what he's trying to say is that means that what I did was okay. That doesn't mean what you did was okay. You're right. It's two completely different things.
But it also doesn't make them a victim.
But two very bad things.
Oh, absolutely.
So, just want to make sure you understand that part. Big Screen, Little Screen brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
John and Heidi.
You can go to college without student loans. Do you have a kid in 11th or 12th grade or in college? Let me save you time, energy, and most importantly, your hard-earned money. My name is Matthew Einstone, and I earned my undergraduate degree from the University of Texas and my master's from Prescott College with no loans. And I was an all-around average student. Not only am I a living example, but I have 10 years of proven results, not guesswork. Take my first course for free that walks you through my journey by going to learnwithoutloans.com.
Now, your scoop of the day, courtesy of firstcupisfree.com. A survey finds 73% of workers at Disneyland in California cannot afford basic living expenses. So apparently they don't make a ton of money being Goofy and Mickey and stuff and whatever else they do in there. A doctor was arrested in Belgium for driving 110 miles per hour. Have you heard about this?
I don't think so.
And kissing his girlfriend while driving 110 miles an hour. He's a 64-year-old man. He was caught up in what he said he was doing. He realized his speed was right by the motor cop. The police officer said the doctor was still kissing the woman when he finally caught up to them.
Oh, my God.
So he's going 110 miles an hour and smooching his sweetheart and got pulled over going 110. Again, this was in Belgium. So
dangerous.
What do you reckon the speed limit is in Belgium? You think it's 100? Probably not.
Well,
but it's way over
I
that.
don't know. There are some places where there's not a speed
well,
limit.
that's Germany.
So I
that's
don't
the
know
Autobahn.
if that's
but
them too.
You still want to make sure you're
looking
paying
at the
attention.
road.
Yeah, I mean, even if there is no speed limit, you still want to pay attention to what you're doing. He was smooching his sweetie while he was going that fast. Now, I am not going to subject your ears to this song, but I am going to tell you about a song, and I'm also going to let you know we do have it listed on our Facebook page for those of you who want to go out of your way to listen to this ridiculous song. The Utah House of Representatives
this was horrible.
Released a rap video on Thursday of last week, so a week ago, with the intention of educating the public about how a bill becomes a law. Now they're getting roasted for just how awful it turned out.
It was
bad. State lawmakers messed with the lyrics to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's theme song. It was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Well, this is the Fresh Prince, Prints, of Bills Here. Fresh Prince of Bills Here. Potentially the worst attempt of rap of all time. Here's the problem. I don't think most of these people even knew what they were supposed to be doing because it wasn't really to the beat of the music.
No, well,
and they were just reading words really poorly. It was just
awful.
very
Awful,
awkward.
awful.
And these people represent the great state of Utah. That's the funniest thing to me is that these are people who were voted into office. And they're saying, hey,
Not on their rapping skills.
I got
to
an
be
idea.
Fair, they may be good lawmakers. They're just not rappers.
We're a bunch of really popular people. Let's create a rap video. Yeah, that did not turn out well. If you'd like to see it, I have a link. Like I said, I was going to play it on the program here, and I thought, I'm not going to do that because some people might be trying to eat right now. So, yeah, it really wasn't. It wasn't good. It wasn't that bad, but it just wasn't good. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey has apologized for the company's inability to calculate the negative effects that their app would have had on society. So, if you guys think it's negative, turn your app off.
Right.
Make it go away. If you don't like it, I don't understand why they would need to apologize. They'd say, hey, you know what? If you guys want to use our app for good things, good things will happen.
But it's had a positive effect on their checkbooks.
Yeah,
so
it's
they're
had
not
a very
going to turn it
positive.
off.
Yeah. Nielsen survey found that, oh, by the way, we're on Twitter. We're just never on Twitter. So I had somebody say, hey, I follow you on Twitter. I'm like, I'm on Twitter? Oh, that's right. I am on Twitter. A Nielsen survey found that ratings for this year's Oscars were down 16%
I saw that.
from 2017.
Shocker.
Yeah, so for some reason, it's like people don't care what you guys are saying out there. I don't know why that is. A survey by the 1 Million Project found that 5 million U.S. children do not have access to the internet in their household. Here's how you can find those children. Look at a playground.
Yeah,
they're out playing,
enjoying their lives.
and they're happy. They smile a lot. That's how you can tell. And a video has gone viral of a New York high school basketball player hitting a miraculous buzzer-beating shot to win the state championship. This happened, I don't know, it was like over the weekend, I think, or whenever it was, but it's been out for a few days now, and it's gone viral. It's really cool. I love seeing stuff like that. And then you just kind of wonder if this basketball shot gets to the right person, if this guy's going to get like an amazing scholarship and get an NBA career and all of that because of one shot that was taken in one game. You know, it's like that perfect moment. I think it's really cool. It's going to do it for your Scoop of the Day, courtesy of firstcupisfree.com.
John and Heidi.
Radio really works. That's a pretty bold statement, but it's true. If you advertise on the radio the right way, you'll see results. I've said for years, advertising costs money, but effective advertising makes money. The only difference between spending money and making money is that one word, effective. Let us help you make your advertising more effective. Learn more at RadioReallyWorks.com. We do radio jingles and creative ads to help you get better results with the money you're already spending. Hear examples at RadioReallyWorks.com. That's RadioReallyWorks.com.
John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We got a special guest joining us, a pro wrestler by the name of Eugene. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Everybody knows me. My name is Eugene. I wrestled on the WWE for a long time. I've been in the ring with the Hulk Hogan. I've been in the ring with The Rock. I've been in the ring with John Cena. I even pinned Vince McMahon one time. What you gonna do, brother?
That's awesome. Eugene, you have had a lot of coffee today, haven't you?
Just enough.
No, the cool thing is, Eugene is, in addition to being a pro wrestler and had the opportunity to do all the cool things you've had a chance to do, now you're helping other people do that, which I think that is absolutely awesome. You've got Midwest All-Pro. And how does that work? If somebody reaches out and says, hey, I want to learn how to become a wrestler, they enroll, is it like a school? Is that how it works?
Absolutely. I wrestled on TV for several years. I was also a coach for the WWE at their Performance Center in Orlando, but I wanted to start my own professional wrestling company and my own training center. My wife is from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, so we moved to Sioux Falls and we opened Midwest All Pro Wrestling. If anyone wants to become a professional wrestler, if they aspire to be a WWE superstar, or if they ever just wanted to try it, Midwest All Pro Wrestling will teach them safely how to make that dream come true.
And I think that key word is safely, because nowadays, everybody has a TV studio in their pocket, so you can pull out your phone and videotape, hey, watch what we're going to try. Those don't typically end well. I've seen a lot of those end very poorly, but the nice thing about this, with the proper training, learning how to do things, and you're going to go a whole lot further when you kind of know what you're doing, right?
Well, absolutely. I mean, the fact of the matter is, pro wrestling is a dangerous physical sport. But I try to teach my students that, let's play to your strengths. Let's avoid your weaknesses, and let's do everything safely and properly. Let's get our basics down, to where we got those. We don't even have to think about it. And then you're not worrying about, how do I do this correctly? And, how do I protect myself in this situation? And it's just second nature. And then you can go out there and have fun.
And I've had a chance to visit with other professional wrestlers. I've been a fan since I was just a little boy. I remember back when I was a kid in the 80s, and we had, just some of the people you've already mentioned, Hulk Hogan, and I remember when, just so many of them, the Gravedigger, all these people that they were just larger than life, these huge, amazing characters, and you get a chance to watch those people do what they do. It is a very physical sport. It is a very physical and very difficult thing to do. And it's not something that just everybody could do, is it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I believe that there's a character or a part for everybody. But, to wrestle at the level you see guys like John Cena or Triple H or Shawn Michaels or Ric Flair, the level that these guys wrestle at day in and day out, year after year, I mean, it's nearly impossible for mere mortals.
And that's the thing. I have always been amazed when I have had a chance to meet professional wrestlers, how big a lot of these guys are. But not all of them. There's some guys they're smaller guys, and you look at that and you go, how in the world does that little guy go up against these big guys and still hold his own? And it does happen, doesn't it?
Well, it's a business of entertainment. I've been in the ring with Kali, who's 7'5". I've been in the ring with Hornswoggle, who's about 3'9". I've wrestled men, women, little people, wrestled an inflatable doll one time. It's all about entertaining the crowd and having a good time.
So over the years that you've had a chance, while you were doing, as Eugene out, doing this rather than what you're doing now where you're teaching people, do you have any stories from the road that were just kind of the funniest thing? I can't believe this happened.
Yeah, but probably none that I can say right here that's G-rated. No, I've been around the world. I traveled with the WWE. I've been to 21 countries. I've been to all 50 states, Kalamazoo, Kathmandu, Rancho Cucamonga, and Lake Titicaca. But the best place in the world is my new hometown, the best little city in America, Sioux Falls. All
right. And for folks who want to learn how to become a professional wrestler, they can do that right there with Midwest All Pro. How do they reach out, and how do they get a hold of you to be a part of what you guys are doing?
We are at MidwestAllPro.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, Midwest All Pro. Reach out. There's some videos on our YouTube page of up and coming stars. At the shows that we've had in Sioux Falls here, we've had former WWE superstars like Chris Masters, the Masterpiece. We've had the Boogeyman. We've had Eric Bischoff, former women's champion. Victoria was here. We had X-Pac here. We've had Tatanka. So I have a large group of friends that are WWE superstars, former WWE superstars, and I like to bring them into our shows here so that, the fans, the wrestling fans of Sioux Falls get to, see the people they saw on TV.
Absolutely. And that's really cool that you're doing that. And the nice thing is, this is something that there are probably young people listening right now that have always aspired to do this. So you get the opportunity right now to kind of give some advice for those kiddos out there that thought, I always wanted to be, or I want to do this. What kind of advice do you give to them?
As the Hulkster said, train, say your prayers, and eat your vitamins. It's my opinion that you should get a college degree or something to fall back on. But then if you have no responsibility, meaning children basically, or something where you have to devote all of your time to, if you're young enough and you're able to it, just go after it. I would suggest relocating to Sioux Falls, the 47th fastest growing city in the country, 2% unemployment rate. Sioux Falls is the place to be, and you could enroll in Midwest All Pro Wrestling. I mean, Johnny Fever, I told you, I've been around the world. I've been in the ring with The Rock. I've been in the ring with Hogan, but the best day of my life was the day that I came to Sioux Falls and met my wife, the 2016 Mrs. South Dakota, Stephanie Dinsmore. Yeah!
That's awesome. Well, now I got to come up with a way to make sure I'm sweet on my wife like that. You're making me look bad, Eugene.
Well, if everybody had a prize like I did, they would boast about it every chance they got also.
There you go. Again, Eugene is who we've been talking to today. He is a professional wrestler and now is teaching other people how to become a professional wrestler. If that's something that's ever interested you, something you've always thought would be kind of fun, I'm going to throw all the information on how to get a hold of Eugene on our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. And what was your website once again if they want to go right to the source there?
MidwestAllPro.com. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, Midwest All Pro.
All right. Eugene, thank you very much for stopping in, man.
Thank you.
Again, Eugene right there, WWE professional wrestler, WCW as well, right?
I did wrestle for WCW. I wrestled for ECW. I wrestled for USWA. I've wrestled in Japan, Mexico. Like I said, I've been around the world.
That's a really cool thing. I think it's really neat. So thanks for chatting with us. And again, I'm going to throw all the information if you'd like to reach out and connect with Eugene to find out how you can become a wrestler as well. All of the details at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
In a world that constantly tells you you're not good enough,
12 easy ways to lose weight now.
It's easy to start believing that. I'm Amanda Johnson. I have a new perspective on the self-help genre. My book, Becoming Enough, A Heroine's Journey to the Already Perfect Self, will guide you to find your own happiness. Learn to block out the distractions of what the world thinks and learn to be happy with who you truly are. Becoming Enough. Available now on Amazon or learn more at amandajohnson.tv.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Experiments show that male rhesus macaw monkeys will pay, like they'll give up food, to look at the female rhesus monkeys' bottoms. So, you know what this means? Somebody in a science lab somewhere was like, hey, I got an idea. Here's what we should do. And they came up with a plan to see if monkeys would give up food to be able to look at a naked female monkey, and they did it. Can you imagine pitching that project to your superior? I got this idea.
Or they just hung out at the zoo and watched how animals reacted.
I don't understand. What in the world are you guys doing? Why don't you focus on curing cancer or something? That would be good. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In 1567, the man said to have had the longest beard in the world died when he tripped over his beard running away from a fire.
Oh.
So he had a really long beard, the longest beard in the world. The way he died, he tripped on the beard when he was trying to get away from a fire so his beard wouldn't catch fire.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's unfortunate.
Yes, and that's a couple of fun facts courtesy of LearnWithoutLoans.com.
Sadly, more than 350 million people suffer from depression. Scientifically, your actual brain chemistry levels are affected. Now a breakthrough, safe and natural, non-prescription coffee product has been shown to help. It elevates levels of dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins in the brain, which makes you happier. Just by drinking this special cup of coffee, many reported elevated mood, feeling more connected, having greater energy, clarity, and focus. Try it for yourself at firstcupisfree.com. Get a free sample at firstcupisfree.com.
It's time now for the grandiloquent word of the day. Today it is epistomephiliac. Epistomephiliac. That is epistomephiliac.
Okay.
epistomephiliac. I'm not going to say the word again. What do you think that word means?
I honestly couldn't even begin to tell you.
One who excessively strives for knowledge or has a preoccupation with it. So somebody who really likes to learn.
Okay.
Once again, the grandiloquent word people, they know me. They know me so well. They know I'm an snuffleupagus or whatever that was. I do like to learn. I like to know weird facts and apparently weird words. And this is one of them that I'll never ever use because I won't remember how to say it. Then I'll just sound like an idiot. When everybody else knows how to say it.
Everybody else knows.
You're around all the smart people who are epistolophilia.
Everybody else knows this word.
And then there's me. I'm over there saying it wrong. So, yeah, I'm going to steer clear of this one. But this has been your grandiloquent word of the day.
John and Heidi.
You can go to college without student loans. Do you have a kid in 11th or 12th grade or in college? Let me save you time, energy, and most importantly, your hard-earned money. My name is Matthew Einstein, and I earned my undergraduate degree from the University of Texas and my master's from Prescott College with no loans. And I was an all-around average student. Not only am I a living example, but I have 10 years of proven results, not guesswork. Take my first course for free that walks you through my journey by going to learnwithoutloans.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by FirstCupIsFree.com. A Maryland man learned that Axe body spray is not only something that attracts the ladies. Wait a minute. Does it really attract the ladies? You into that?
Not me.
Is that what I need? Some Axe body spray? Well, it also is a great way to explode your car. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Police say a car exploded when a man inside lit a cigarette right after spraying himself with some aerosol body spray. The blast pushed up the roof and shattered the front window, blew the doors open as well. According to the Baltimore County Police, the man was taken to a burn unit with serious injuries.
How much spray did he use?
I don't know. That's a bad plan, though. Whatever he was up to, you just don't want to do that. So now...
He must have used a ton.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently. So it's Axe body spray that he sprayed and lit it.
Oh, my God.
Apparently you don't want to do that. Steer clear of that. Coming up, we've got your moment of duh. That's on the way.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, courtesy of LearnWithoutLoans.com. Carrie Carmen, age 25, is charged with endangering the welfare of a child when she dumped her popcorn on a 2-year-old. Because the kid was talking during Star Wars.
I think I read this online.
The child's mother had taken her young daughter to the movie theater. This was back in January. The little girl was asking for popcorn during the movie. And Carmen allegedly verbally attempted to shush the girl. Hey, quiet, be quiet. And the girl's mother told the woman not to talk to her daughter, at which point Carmen started screaming and cursing at the mother and the child, and then dumped her popcorn
oh my gosh,
all over the girl. 2-year-old kid. And then hit her with the empty container. The child started to cry.
Well,
Carmen,
of course she did.
And the man she was with took off from the theater along with their charges. It says, along with their charges, Carmen and the man she was with, Charles Carmen, 61, were issued appearance tickets for child endangerment. So they got charged with other things, too.
And how old was this woman?
She was, let's scroll back up. She's 25, Carrie Carmen, 25, and the guy that she was with, same last name, 61. I don't know if it was her dad or
probably.
her, or maybe just a much older husband, who knows, or an older friend with the same last name. But either way, the kid's 2.
What kind of a psycho do you have to be
you
to
don't,
do something
don't
like
do that. That's a bad idea.
I mean, it's one thing, throw it on the mom.
No, don't do that either. This has been your moment of duh, courtesy of LearnWithoutLoans.com.
John and Heidi.
In a world that constantly tells you you're not good enough,
12 easy ways to lose weight now.
it's easy to start believing that. I'm Amanda Johnson. I have a new perspective on the self-help genre. My book, Becoming Enough, A Heroine's Journey to the Already Perfect Self, will guide you to find your own happiness. Learn to block out the distractions of what the world thinks and learn to be happy with who you truly are. Becoming Enough. Available now on Amazon or learn more at amandajohnson.tv.
Coming up, we've got some good news. But first, this could be good news. The CEO of the company Porsche, you know they make those cars?
Yes.
Porsche cars?
Yes, they do.
They make the Porsche cars.
I've heard of those.
They are now talking about, the CEO of the company says they're planning to develop a flying version of their car to compete with other manufacturers who are working on flying cars. Here's the thing I didn't know. Who's got the flying cars? Have you seen one yet?
No.
I saw a video online where it said that they were making a flying car, and then when I clicked on it, it was a really poorly done cartoon, not cartoon, but what do you call it? Like 3D animation.
Okay.
It looks so phony. I was like, that doesn't even look real, and it doesn't look realistic. Okay. So if there's a flying car out there, please share that on our Facebook page. I would love to see that because I would like to have a flying car.
You are not getting a flying car. You can barely handle a driving car.
I couldn't afford it anyway. But I just think that, during my lifetime, I'd love to see that happen. I think it'd be cool. So Porsche, thanks for getting on board. Maybe that'll catch on.
Can you imagine the nightmare regulating
That's going to be
that?
terrible. we're going to have a lot of problems. People will be crashing into roofs and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a dumpster fire.
You know what your insurance would be?
Yeah. So I'd like to get insurance on my flying car. Yeah. Good luck. Get in line. No, we're not going to insure you. All right. This has been a silly little interesting nugget of knowledge. And on the way, we do have your good news for the day. That's coming right up.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It's courtesy of Odiva, the monthly subscription service for Ladies Monthly Visitor. More information about this at radiosavings.com. God's grace brings together sick rescue dog and anorexic woman. Have you seen this, or have you not seen this one? It says every year more and more dogs become strays. Many times these poor dogs end up in shelters that are overflowing. Sadly, a stray dog's days are often numbered. An incredible twist of fate. One stray dog in Georgia got the break of a lifetime and the gift of a forever home, and also became the gift of healing for a woman. Georgia was a stray dog who ended up sick at a gassing shelter. So that's where
They put the dogs down.
She was discovered by a rescue organization and transported to the state of North Dakota. You look at that picture of the dog. Oh, what a cutie. It took 2 long years for poor Georgia to heal from her sickness, a heartworm infection, and other injuries. Unfortunately, she was not a social dog, and rescuers thought it was going to be really difficult to get her adopted. Sure enough, after 2 years, in walked a 35-year-old woman by the name of Andrea. She saw Georgia and decided to give Georgia a forever home. Little did Georgia know that she would be doing some rescuing of her own. It says here that this lady, Ms. Hayes, suffered from a debilitating issue called anorexia, a condition that left her weighing only 89 pounds.
Oh, my gosh.
And she struggled with depression and had a lot of other issues. And little furry Georgia was her angel. And between the two of them, Georgia got a forever home, and her new owner, by the grace of God, found this little soulmate. And between the two, now she no longer struggles with depression, and she's able to get over her anorexia. And so many good things that came from this awesome pairing of these two. I've got a link to the story if you want to read all of the details.
Dogs do amazing things. They really, really, really do.
Pets of all kind. Because I know somebody that their pet is not a dog. It's not even a cat. Their pet is a rabbit. And they were talking about how amazing their rabbit is. And I was like, that'd be kind of interesting to have a pet rabbit. But they love their rabbit. So whatever your pet is, we even have a friend that has lizards and snakes and turtles and stuff.
Yeah.
So just having some other
companionship, just something to
somebody
care
else
for.
to love, I think makes a huge difference. I've got a link to the story. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. If you want to read that story and much, much more, we have it all at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Time now for a bonus break on the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. For those of you that are fans of National Geographic Channel's Wicked Tuna, you're going to be super excited. We have Captain Dave Marciano joining us right now. How you doing, Captain Dave?
Good, thank you. Yourself?
Very good. Now, you guys have got another season premiering, and it premieres Sunday, the 11th of March. So that's this Sunday, the 7th season of Wicked Tuna. Now, you've been a part of this from the very beginning. When it started, did you think it was going to be as popular as it has been?
Oh, no, not in a million years. You know, we never expected this. And, you know, even the production company, when it all started, they said, you know, we have an idea, we're going to do this show, and there's no guarantee you'll ever get another season. You know, we didn't even think we'd do a season 2. So to have it go this far, we've been very fortunate, you know, because of the audience, because of the people who watch. It's been a great opportunity, you know, in my lifetime for myself and my crew, who happens to be my kids, you know, and all the other boats who participate on the show. It's, you know, it's definitely been a great thing to be a part of.
Now, the first couple of seasons, I had not seen it. It wasn't until I did an interview with the captain from another boat a couple years ago that we first kind of learned of it, and we did a interview and we talked about it. And then I turned it on, and I have to admit, I kind of got hooked, and we like binge watched it for a whole weekend. So, but it's a fun program to watch for people who have not yet had a chance to see Wicked Tuna. Let's explain what happens on this program and why people get hooked on it so quickly.
Yeah, okay, great. It's a show about, we catch fish that can be up to 10 feet long. We catch them with a rod and reel, and these fish can reach weights of up to 1,000 pounds and are capable of bursts of speeds of over, 30 miles an hour. So literally, sometimes when we hook one of these fish, it's like hooking it up to a Volkswagen. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of excitement. And one of these fish, for the markets, we're catching these fish to sell them to make a paycheck. And these fish, can be worth as much as $20,000 a piece.
It's amazing, and that's always been the interesting thing to me when you go back and you start selling these, and that's kind of how for those of you that haven't seen it, each episode they kind of compete against each other to see who does the best, and it amazes me how different the price can be, and it's all based on the quality of each fish, which I didn't realize that's how it worked, but that's absolutely makes sense, and that's how it works.
Oh yeah, absolutely, because a fish, you all heard it, right? Fish, these tuna, they're like snowflakes. Each one is an individual. And the quality of the meat that's on that fish, the flesh, all depends on what he's been doing for the past 6 months before we caught him. So, you're looking for those fish that are in really good shape and have a real high fat content. And those are the fish that are desirable for the sushi market. And, the Asian sushi market is where the big money is. Because if a fish doesn't have a high fat content in its flesh, when it's consumed as raw fish, it tends to taste dry to the palate. So that's why you'll always hear us talking about the fat or the oil or the grease in the fish.
Again, visiting right now with Captain Dave Marciano. He is with Wicked Tuna, 7th season starting this Sunday. And I'm looking at the info here. The Sunday episode, the title is called Worst to First. And in my info here, it says you have a new crew member that joins you. Can we say who that is, or is that still a secret?
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. No, we brought my daughter Angelica aboard as crew. Jay, my nephew, who people know and everybody loved, he is up in Alaska now. He's got a girlfriend and 2 dogs, and they live up in Alaska in the mountains, and he's happy as a clam up there. So I had a space to fill in the boat. So my daughter stepped up and said she wanted to do it. So, she's my daughter. She's been fishing on the boat with us, as family trips, but she's never done it, as work. So she definitely got, in some cases, it was an awakening for her. The first couple times she was on her feet for 24 hours without having a chance to eat. But, sometimes that's how it is on the boat. If you work and you work, and you can eat when you're done.
Wow, that's really cool. What is the biggest fish you've ever caught? And is the biggest one the most expensive as well? Because I know the different quality. It may be a bigger fish, but a smaller one was more expensive. What is the biggest fish you've ever caught?
The biggest tuna I've ever caught was 1,200 pounds.
Wow.
It was long before the show. We haven't caught one that big since we've been filming. But the most expensive fish I ever caught was about a 450-pounder that we got $35 a pound for.
My goodness. What does that feel like when you get that? Because I'm assuming that's got to just be a great feeling when you get that fish on the hook and you're reeling this fish in, and you can tell it's a big one. That's got to be just the best feeling ever.
Oh yeah, no, we're very fortunate, to be able to have these fish in our backyard and to do this for a living. And it is, I see around. I'm a commercial fisherman, so different seasons mean different species. But without a doubt, this is one of the most exciting fisheries I participate in.
Well, Captain Dave, thank you for taking some time to chat with us, and we're going to encourage people to, if you've not had a chance to see it, to check it out. It's a really fun program. It's called Wicked Tuna, and the 7th season premieres on National Geographic Channel this Sunday, March 11th at 9, 8 Central. And again, I encourage you to tune in and check it out. Captain Dave, thank you again. Have a great day.
All right, thank you. You as well. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Again, Wicked Tuna, 7th season this weekend. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.